Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Real As It Gets podcast. And the first episode is going to be of me, Manny Sandhu. So today I was going to have somebody interview me, actually 2 people, but they lagged, but it's all good, right? So I'm just going to be discussing myself, who I am, kind of a little general background of me, and then why I started this. So just to begin, my name is Manjot Sandhu. A lot of people know me as Manny. I've been called that since grade school because of basketball. Our coach couldn't say my name, so became Manny. I grew up in Selma, California. It's just south of Fresno. Small town, not really. So benefits of living in a small town, it's a tight-knit community. Everyone knows each other. That's also a bad thing sometimes. So everyone, kind of stays in everyone's business, stuff like that. But living in a small community, it's kind of good. You see a lot of diversity, and you just learn a lot of stuff. At first, I was always like, as soon as I finish high school, I'm going to get out of here, run, go to a big city, go to a really, really, big college, prestigious college, and just try to get out of here and try to just do my thing and, I'm done. But towards the end of high school, I was like, it started kind of hitting me, man, like, Selma, man, this is like where I grew up. This is like home, right? But before all that, I went through the entire school system here in Selma. So from grade school, which is Jackson Elementary, cool school, met a lot of day ones there. Going into middle school to Abraham Lincoln Middle School, and that little transition right there from elementary to middle school is when I first, the Patriots, terrible season, but that's for another day. But from elementary to middle school is when I first kind of breaking out of my shell. I was a really, really shy kid. I just could not hold conversations. Girls would talk to me and I'd just kind of blush up and be like, like that, whatever. But kind of started getting out of my shell, started playing a little bit of sports, basketball. Legit my first love. I literally thought I was going to go to the league, thought I was going to play for the Lakers one day, and I think every kid just dreams about that. But yeah, I was just a young kid, just kind of really, really shy. Started playing sports, made me a better communicator, got me to be less shy, because you need to talk. Basketball, you're communicating what's going on the court. And so from there, I just kind of started being more friendly, and then going into middle school, it's a total different transition from being stuck in a class all day with just 30 kids to going to having 6-7 different periods of class and switching out every 45 minutes. So you're kind of just going everywhere, and that was when I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, grown now, no recess, no none of that. You get to middle school, and the only thing that was on my mind was just sports and girls, man, like just anybody else, really. So just playing ball. There's a lot. That's another thing about like my kind of grade, and 2018 is when I graduated, but a year that graduated before is 2017. We just had a really good athletic group of dudes, and it was really competitive all the time. I think that's what really kind of helped me build myself too as an athlete, as an individual, because you want to stick out, right? You want to make the team, and you want to be a starter, and you want to be, one of the guys on campus, like this guy could hoop, or this guy could play football or whatever. So that was just a fun time. That was also the first year I started out playing football. Like a $120, just probably the tallest, skinniest dude on the field. I was just out there, man. I was like, whatever, homies are playing, I should go out there and play too. Ended up just loving it, and played a little bit in high school, both sports, basketball and football. Was not like a star athlete or standout or none of that. Just played because it was fun, man. Like, you're decent, just go in there, just do my thing, no fucking star athlete or none of that. Like I said, just having a fun time. Back then I was like just strung out on like I need to just stand out and you know, because if you're an athlete, a standout athlete in middle school, high school, you're like big man on campus. Everybody just knows you, and when you're young, that's kind of what you want. You know, you want a little bit of exposure, want a little bit of clout. But anyways, going into high school, it was really cool for me because when I was a freshman, my brother was a senior. I'll probably have him on at some point in here too. Some of you guys probably know him, Harry. But he was a senior when I was a freshman, which was really, really interesting because I got my way, man. Like I was getting hooked up in different areas, meeting more people, getting to go to certain events that most freshmen weren't getting to go to. And that was a really cool time. And then that kind of set up my whole high school experience. I had got to experience some things really, really, really young that most freshmen didn't get to see. Probably most seniors didn't even get to see and do. So when I came through, went to my sophomore year, junior year, I'd kind of already done it all. From, you know, just going out and stuff. And so by the time I got to my senior year, actually let's backtrack a little bit. My junior year, probably my funnest year, high school. That was the year that Selma, the town I'm from, 2016, 2017, we won basketball section championships and football. Football section championships, which was a really, really fun time. And during that period of time, the year leading up to my junior year, there's a registration packet every year that you have to fill out to go to school, right? So every year my mom used to fill it out. And I think this year she was busy doing something. It's in the summer. And she was like, hey, you need to fill this out and fill it out and get it in to campus. So when you register and they get you all ready to go for junior year, you're good to go. And I was like, okay, cool. I was filling it out. And I remember there was like a portion that just said, tick here or check here. If interested in military. And I was like, just filling it out. And I think I just thought it would be cool or something to get like a brochure or whatever in the mail or something. And I ticked it, didn't think of anything of it, finished the packet, mailed it, whatever, turned it in. And then a few weeks into the year, I remember one random day I just got a call from a recruiter. And was like, hey, what's going on, man? Is this Manjot? And that's what people call me, Manjot, or man, you know, whatever. But he's like, hey, is this Manjot? I heard you're interested in the military. I was like, oh yeah, like what's up? And he was like, yeah, man, I'm a recruiter in the U.S. Army, National Guard. He was like, yeah, man, do you want to talk? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, actually, I have football practice tomorrow, so I don't know if you in town, you could come by after. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there after what time, blah, blah, blah. We sorted out. We met after. He came after my football practice, kind of filled me in. And the thing that caught my eye was the free education. And I was like, yeah, this is dope, you know, just free education, cool. About a year and a half away from college. So I was already starting to kind of think about all that. And I was like, you know what? It's like, yeah, this. And he's like, yeah, if you drill monthly, drill is like training monthly. He's like, you get paid. And I was like, oh, sweet. You know, like, cool, let's get some money in my pocket. I'm 17 years old, really broke, or, you know, asking my parents for money. So I was like, all right, let's do this. And we went through the whole process. That's like a whole different video that I'm probably going to do on a different time. Went through the process. And that summer of my junior year, I participated in a program. It's called Split Ops. So you go to every recruit, Army recruit, I think every military recruit, you go to basic training, which is the most basic soldier tasks, divided up into 10 weeks, and then you go to your AIT, which is your job training or your advanced individual training. So that summer of my junior year, I got to go to basic training at 17 years old. My parents had to sign off on it. We got to go there, and man, it was a crazy, dope, humbling experience. And then I came back to high school, which was just wild. That transition from being in an environment like that to come back to school and be like around just wild, just kids my age. And I was like, I remember I was just like totally in discipline mode and like, you know, just not messing around really. Just, and it's my senior year, and I always imagined that I would be, you know, just doing my thing my senior year, just whatever, turning up or talking to girls or whatever. And I came back and I was just really simple, chill dude. And then I had a buddy at the time. He's like, man, you gotta just loosen up, bro. You're 18 years old. I had just turned 18. He's like, you need to chill out, bro. Like, you're only a senior one time. Relax, enjoy yourself, and then go do your thing later. So senior year was fun. No championships or nothing like that in sports. So came kind of close-ish, and it was a fun time. Learned a lot. Just wrap up the 4 years or whatever. Going after that, graduated. Go back to Georgia. Finish my AIT training, my job training in the Army, which is infantry, 11 Charlie, mortarman. If you want to YouTube some cool videos, there's some cool videos. So basically it's just blowing stuff up, and you just send rounds down a cannon and they go downfield and cool stuff. So really, really fun, cool job, probably one of the coolest jobs in the military. And then when I got back, I was starting college, and for a while I did not want to go to college. I was like, this is not it. But then I knew that this was it. Like, you have to go to college. That's what we're always told as kids, right? Go to college, go to college. The more you learn, the more you earn. And my parents were always big advocates for education, just because I'm a first generation college kid going through. So they're always like, you need to go to college. The more you know, if you have a degree, you're gonna get a better, she's gonna live better long term. And I was like, okay, cool. So then it was like a decision of where I wanted to go to college. I was a decent student in high school, had a 3.8, and I was like, yeah, like I said, I wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave, wanted to get out of here. But being out in Georgia for about eight weeks, I was like, man, you just start appreciating the little things, right? Little things like your bed, just food, just little stuff. And I was like, yeah, I want to stay home. I was like, I want to stay close to home, at least do my 2 years here at the junior college, and then maybe take off. And then I decided to go to Really College, 10 minutes away from my house. Has its give and takes. It's very relaxed. Really, really cool educators there, professors that some have helped me a lot. Just growing up and stuff, making that transition from high school to college, not really taking things seriously, thinking that old study habits and just classroom habits are going to apply the same way from high school to college, but it's not the case. And that was that, man. I ended up just finishing through COVID, and I think it was around March when it started, March 2020 is when it happened. And I remember also I really got shut down, and we were online through Zoom, finished that, and then we had summer break, and where everyone was thinking, well, all right, well, I'm going to transfer, I'm going to be on campus. But obviously that wasn't the case. We're on Zoom University for the entire fall semester of 2020. And I had a chance to leave, actually, after I got done with my education. My associates at Reedley, I had got into a few universities, but again, I was like, man, you know what, like, there's something just about the Valley, just staying close, and I don't know, it's just that community feeling. Like, you go anywhere big, right? San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Sacramento, here in Cali, and you might get a little community sense, but there's nothing like just the community sense of where you grew up, right? And most people hate it, but I'm just starting to learn to just kind of embrace it. And that's why I decided to just stay back, go to Fresno State, and it's a really good university. If any young people are considering it or think that it's terrible because I'm from around here, I don't want to be around here. It's a really good university with a lot of good education opportunities. If you want to really look into it, into whatever you want to study, you should do that. Definitely would recommend it. And then it's also a reason why I'm kind of doing this is because the Valley, there's a lot of talent that comes out of the Valley, and either they simply just leave for better opportunities, or they need to get out to either push themselves, because sometimes when you stay back in kind of small towns or cities, you get stuck in a rut, right? You're just kind of like the best at what you're doing, and you kind of get stagnant and a little comfortable, and so some people need that little drive, so they go to the bigger cities or bigger universities. And if you do have the opportunity to go, you should go. You should go and see what life is like in those big cities. There's more people out there, more diversity for sure, and you should go chase that. And that's why I'm kind of doing this for this podcast, telling you guys a little bit about myself and why I really wanted to start this, because all the talent in the Valley, and I want to be like they're pretty much just get them on my podcast and be able to tell you guys their story, kind of like how I'm telling you guys mine. And if I can give anybody any knowledge or any value at all, I think that'll be the greatest thing that they can do. And some people really need to hear it. Sometimes they're just like, stuck or whatever, but it's just people from like our towns, right? Or people that they are where we want to get to. So I just thought, you know what, let's do this. And even I wanted to do this probably for a long time, but I always made a little bit of excuses. I don't have the right equipment. I don't have a place to do this. Man, who's gonna listen to me? All this stuff. But you know what? With minimal equipment, don't really still have the top tier stuff and all that. Don't really have a room of my own. It's actually just my own room, right? I don't have like a professional, nothing. Just gonna go for it, right? So, and I urge any of you guys to do the same thing, whether that's making music or starting your own podcast or making clothes or anything. Just the first and the most hardest thing is to just do it. Just like whatever we have Google, we have YouTube. Just start searching away, and then make a plan, and then just do it. And that's exactly why I'm doing this. And I think it's gonna be really, really cool, because eventually I can grow and scale this to something really, really, really big and really special. Something really, really special that people will appreciate and learn from for a very, very long time. And I'll have a lot of different people from different careers, the medical field, politics, athletes, first responders like cops, firefighters, man, you name it. Like, I have a really, really just big vision for Real As It Gets, and there's gonna be a lot of really like free game on this pretty much. And if you know anybody that you would recommend, just shoot me a DM, man. Shoot me a DM, and it'll be cool. We can make it happen. See how the scheduling is. Still don't know how I really, really want to do this. How many people I want to have a week. Still kind of figuring out the logistics of this, but just want to say thank you, really, because man, look, I'm not gonna go for subs. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about none of that. I just want somebody to be out there, listen to any information about this, and just be like, man, that was really, really useful. Like, thank you, cool. And then just one person. If it could affect one person, it'll be the dopest thing ever. and that's all I really want. And just end it right there, man. So thank you.